remember those pre-war days? They seem so far away now. Days when we were free to come and go as we wished. Days of carefree motoring. Days of joyous picnics. Nights of gladness when we danced and laughed and loved and lived in a carnival spirit of gaiety. We played at games, remember? We teamed up for tennis, for sailing, for cricket. Remember how you concentrated on your cards? Or maybe it was your favorite football team. How you watched breathless, prayed that your team might win, almost as if your very life depended on it. Today, your heroes are engaged in another sort of contest. The grimmest game of all, war. Of course you remember how those pre-war days, the teams that played as teams and not as individuals always won. That was teamwork, team spirit. You admired it, didn't you? As a spectator, a looker-on. This war business is different. You're not a looker-on anymore, you're in it. You were a member of the team. Today, your destiny, your life, does depend on you and your effort. These are the teams of today, the Navy, the Army, the Air Force. Workers, men and women on the home front. Modern war is an exact science, but in the final analysis, a team is composed of individuals, each of whom knows his job and does it. Most of us are engaged in war work of some sort these days. You work hard? Of course you do, to the limit of your endurance, and only wish you could do more. You can defend Australia with money, your money, because money is the power behind the war effort, because nothing matters now but victory. Instead of the things you used to buy Third Liberty Loan bonds and build Australia's safety. That makes you a member of the team, and your money fights, supplying these, and these, and these, and makes it possible to equip them. We cannot go back to our carefree days. We cannot relax our Spartan life until the enemy is finally defeated. So come on, Australia, let's fill the Liberty Loan. Meanwhile, let us resolve that no sacrifice we can make is too great for these who are giving and have given their all. Let us burn these lines into our souls. Here lie we dead, because we did not choose to shame the land from which we sprung. Life is perhaps no great thing to lose, but young men think it is, and we were young.
Well, that's that. That makes me third.
It's all right for us. We'll be back at sea again as soon as they can find us a ship.
I am thinking that the actual fighting is over for me. I'm smashed up. But I have no regrets. I'm proud of the part I've played. Proud that I have carried the war to the Axis over the 7 seas. Proud that ships and their crews have played the noblest of parts in this war. When attacked, they've fought back, been sunk but never surrendered. They have been in the forefront of battle, carrying troops and planes and tanks and guns. Yes, and supplies. Because equipment and supplies had to get through, although sometimes they don't. Jeff was torpedoed in the Java Sea, and nothing has been heard of Harry and my brother Tom since their ship disappeared in the Indian Ocean. They are fraught with menace, those lifelines of the merchant marine. I'm thinking, too, of the home front, where these arms and supplies have to be turned out in ever-increasing quantities. Because this is a war of production. Ours against the slave labor of the fascists. Sometimes, when I look back, I get a queer feeling. When I think of Greece and bloody Crete, and those Australian boys crying, "Give us the weapons, give us the planes, and we can beat them." I know that was true, because when my ship and others helped to get them off, they were still cursing and screaming defiance at that hell that was loosed from the skies. That was true also of Singapore, but we couldn't get them all off. Thousands are still there, suffering and crying to you for vengeance and liberation, counting all the days until they can be with you again. Whilst today, Australians fight the Japs in the steam and slime and sweat that is New Guinea. Aye, they'll fight because it's for you and Australia. In the long hours at sea, I read a lot, all kinds of things, history and poetry. And I know that future historians and poets will rate our fighting men braver and finer than any that have gone before. I'm thinking with pride of Australia's magnificent war effort. Great, but still not great enough. Because there are still those who have forgotten that in modern war, money is a powerful weapon. Money represents effort, but it can be a menace when thoughtless people spend it unwisely. Spending money on something you can really do without is a crime, when the money so wasted could and should be providing our fighting men with the weapons and equipment of war. Such spending stops labor and materials going to war factories and imperils your sons, husbands, brothers, and sweethearts who gladly offer their all for you. Today, the front line runs through the factories. I am thinking, are you?